Welcome back, friends. This is me and the boys wrestling. As you can see, we've got some new technology here in the studios. I'm going to be tinkering with some things, trying to find out what works best and what looks the nicest. In the meantime, I'm just tinkering, so we'll see. Is it better like this? Is it better like this? Or is it a matter of if it ain't broke, don't fix it? But either way, friends, we are here. We are back. This is episode 9 of season 2 of Me and the Boys Wrestling. To recap last week, we saw DMP retain his $12,000 championship in an elimination chamber match, even after having issues with the ropes, I guess. I don't know. There was a weird glitch, and he just wouldn't get into the ring when he was supposed to, so that made no sense. We also, last week, had ourselves an 8-man battle royal, which ended up unifying the 8-man battle royal title and the Me and the Boys championship when Zippe beat Andre the Giant in our main event. We also saw a 5-star classic of a tables match between DeBlock and James, in which DeBlock won. It was a 2 out of 3 falls table match, and I think we need to do more of those. Now, I think I'm going to load my notes and then just fire up this link, because loading. Make sure my volume's not crazy high, which of course it is. And let's talk about tonight. We have no number one contender. Let's have a number one contenders rumble. We're going to see that right off the bat, I believe. Then we're going to take it back to basics here. We're going to get back to kind of the formula that made Me and the Boys what it is. We're going to do a few singles matches. Here we go. We got a Royal Rumble type situation, so they're going to be coming in every 30. There goes Vince McMahon. Oh no, he hung on. We're watching Pettit take on Vince McMahon early on in this number one contenders rumble. There's normally more of a loading situation. We just dove right in here. That's okay though. So a number one contenders rumble. Later on, we're going to see a Falls Count Anywhere match, an Extreme Rules match, a backstage brawl, a $12,000 title match, and of course in our main event, our champion, Honky Tonk Zippe, is going to take on the winner of this Royal Rumble right here. I believe it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10-person mini Royal Rumble. And starting us off, Pettit and Vinnie Mac, to be joined by Kane. Kane coming in at number 3, the Big Red Machine. Uh-oh. Pettit goes for a kick. Kane catches him and hits him with a big belly-to-belly. Now Kane's going to go after Vince. I guess he's not corporate Kane. Oh, McMahon fires back with a stunner. Of course, everybody gets those 3 finishers. McMahon already used all 3 of his. Pettit with a vicious shot. Kind of in control right now. Which is no surprise. He's got that unorthodox moveset that catches everyone off guard. Mikey P, one of the cornerstones of Me and the Boys Wrestling. Always exciting to watch. Plus, he's got his toga and his bare feet. Friends, they're doing construction on the office outside, so if you hear some banging, there's not much I can do about it. There'll be banging. That's all. I got the day off. I'm using it to get caught back up. Sorry we missed last episode. That's my bad. October's very busy. Here comes AJ Styles. AJ Styles maybe going to bide his time. Well, Kane goes after him. See where Kane's going with this. He's going to drag AJ to the ropes. And he's going to grab him in a choke. And he is going to absolutely murder AJ Styles by choke slamming him over the top rope. AJ didn't even get an offensive move in. Crazy. I didn't like AJ Styles at first because he came from the Indies, and I was like, I don't see the big deal. But after watching him for a few years, you're kind of like, yeah, he's up there. He may be the best. You could argue it. Just one of those guys that has a good match with anybody. Just anybody. him and Seth Rollins were having awesome matches when he came in and was like, I'm going to beat up John Cena. And he was with the Good Brothers. That was terrific. But he definitely grew on me. Kane now got McMahon in that choke. And there's James. James just entered the fray. And Kane is going to kill Vince McMahon now with a choke slam directly to the outside. Mikey P and James squaring up. Oh, Mikey P teams up with Kane for a double choke slam on James. That's awful. Come on, Pettit. Why are we working together here, bud? Every man for himself in the Royal Rumble. Mikey P hits Kane with a suplex. Then goes right in after him. I'm going to grab him, maybe drag him to those ropes. But he's out of finishing moves. Oh, he doesn't need one. He'll just clothesline Kane right over and then go directly after James. Oh, wow. He just broke my jaw. Let's see who our next entrant is. Pettit was one of the initial two and just hits James with a flurry of shots. And it's Brooke. Former Me and the Boys champion. First ever Me and the Boys champion. Always a threat to scoop that belt. You know, you win yourself a #1 Contenders Rumble. Go get your belt back. You're right in the mix. Just kidding. Remember doing that at the movies? You brought you all your own candy and all your own pop and stuff, and you like try to cover up the fact that you're opening it by coughing. All right. Brooke in control now. Oh, hits a head scissors. He's trying again. Oh, James goes for the Canadian hammer. Nails Brooke with the Canadian hammer, then back elbows Pettit, who then reverses with a kick. Weird gut shot and another kick right to the head. Pettit hits the... Oh, I don't even know what to call that. Here comes the Ultimate Warrior. Just a lightning bolt in human form. Pettit hits a massive pile driver, jumping pile driver. The Ultimate Warrior's gone already. Brooke just not having it. Brooke was just offended by the Ultimate Warrior's face paint and just punched him over the top rope, and that was that. Pettit's got Brooke in the corner now, but Brooke reverses. He's going to try and lift Pettit over the hard way. You don't too often see somebody go over from the corner in this game, I mean. But it does happen, and there it is. Wow. And James, ever the opportunist, takes the opportunity to hit Brooke with another Canadian hammer. He wants that #1 contender shot pretty bad. A bunch of punches on Brooke. Oh, wow. Brooke goes for a kick but misses wild. Then reverses James. A lot of back and forth action here as Brent enters the fray. Brent complete with Hawaiian shirt vintage from 1995. He fires Brooke into the corner. We'll see. Brent's got 3 fresh finishing moves, and he's going to use one to eliminate Brooke immediately. James thinking he's got a minute to celebrate because his buddy's in the ring, but no such luck. Brent just hits James right in the back and fires him. James is in a dangerous spot here, and he's going to fight back, okay. James is a veteran. He knows you can't hang out there. It's a massive DDT. Knocking the 420 DNA right out of this man. Just a bunch of vicious kicks and stomps now. As we got the timer up to see who's coming in next. There's a European uppercut. Takes Brent down. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Wow. Now I remember maybe a couple of months ago at the fantasy booking crossover with Me and the Boys, and Brent and the Fiend had a match, and it did not go well for the Fiend. Brent basically gave the Fiend a Falcon Arrow, and it was over. It was a squash. So there'll be no love lost there. Oh, the Fiend hits the mandible claw on James. Wow. That could spell disaster for James. He's flat. Brent goes right after the Fiend. I feel like it'd be a one-sided grudge, though, where, like, Brent's like, I don't know, I don't even know who you are. And the Fiend's like, you destroyed me in one move. So he holds a grudge, but Brent is just unaware of who this man even is. Brent hits a knockout punch on the Fiend, and then goes after James. James kind of gets stuck. James now on the ropes here. We'll see if Brent can... Brent and the Fiend working together. And they're going to throw James over. I call BS. And look at this. Our last combatant. We've got Jason. Jason in the ring. Just a monster of a man, but that's not going to stop Brent from scoop slamming him. And let's not forget, friends, the winner of this match is going to get a title shot against Honky Tonk Zippe later on tonight. Imagine that. Jason takes on Honky Tonk Zippe for the title. It'd be crazy. See what happens here. Brent dumps the Fiend up and right over his head as Jason's going to run in for a clothesline. Like, he didn't like that too much. Maybe these two evil monsters are going to team up on Brent. Well, not a good spot if you're Brent. Jason's got like a head on him. You see Brent's up now. Let's see if he can fight his way out of this. He falls over, but still on the apron as Jason's going to try and push him out. Let's see if Brent can do the... Oh, now the Fiend's in there going to help. The two evil men working together, but Brent manages somehow to kick his way out of that horrible situation. Oh, there it is.
When their feet hit the ground, they are out.
The standoff. Jason trying to pick up the Fiend, but the Fiend counters. Hits him a couple times with a punch, but then Jason hits a big belly to belly. Jason going after Brent now, but Brent's paying attention. Socks him right in the gut. Oh, wow. Jason fires Brent over. Brent's in a weird spot, but the Fiend manages to buy him some time. I guess the Fiend didn't see what was going on there. I don't know. Oh, Bray. Where's he going with this? Oh, wow. Like a pump handle into a... Just throws him over there. We see the Fiend versus Brent, and this could be a chance for the Fiend to get some revenge for that squash match. Both men have the same idea. Both men miss. Oh, the Fiend with a spine buster on Brent. That's a big high impact move. The Fiend with one finisher left and Brent with none. But that doesn't mean he can't earn some. Fiend's got Brent here in a tricky spot. See if he's got the strength left to throw him over. Brent's tricky though. He'll hang on to those ropes. Not his first rodeo. You hang on to the ropes, you hit the man in the knee, and you get back in the ring as quickly as possible. The Fiend with a vicious shot now on Brent. He's going to try again to pick this man up. Keep going to the well. And again, he's going to try and kick him out of here. But Brent knows. And you just punch him in the knee. You hang on to the rope, use your other arm to punch him in the knee, and then you slide back in. And then you headbutt the back of his neck. Just tosses him. Brent's got that strong, stiff moveset of the Big Show. Oh, the Fiend quickly applies the mandible claw there out of nowhere. And that's going to spell trouble for Brent. Brent now with a finisher, the Fiend down to none. Fiend in control right now, though.
Oh, no, this could be it. I'd be shocked.
He's going to try and put Brent over again. Let's see, Brent down to the apron. He knows. I don't know. I don't know if you're going to get him like that. He knows to hit you in the leg. That's got to be 3-4 times we've seen Brent in that position, and 3-4 times he's come out of it. Now reverses, slides down the back of the Fiend and hits him in the gut.
Here it comes.
And smashes the Fiend with a giant choke slam. He's going to pick him up. No pins here. You got to put that man over the top rope. Friends, one of these men is going to earn themselves a title shot tonight against Honky Tonk Zippe in our main event. That's going to be exciting no matter who it is. The Fiend doesn't seem like he's so much of a pushover tonight. Brent hits a thrust kick on the Fiend, but the Fiend stands right back up. I love that when the Fiend no-sells. Just like he's this crazy monster. I wonder where Bray's going to end up. Right now it seems like, I don't know, people seem to want to see him go to Impact. All the comment sections are like, oh, he'd be sick there. I don't really care where he goes. I just want to see him wrestle. Actually, I don't even want to see him wrestle. Mostly I want to hear him talk. The guy should be an actor. And Brent dumps the Fiend up and over. This is a war. This isn't like the last time these two fellas faced each other.
He's not going to like this.
Oh, Brent pandering for a minute, showing the Fiend. There it is, big knockout punch. Let's see if Brent can capitalize.
Overhand chop. Oh, targeting the stomach.
Brent throwing that weight around, standing on the man's chest as if he were the size of the Big Show. I probably wouldn't want Brent to stand on my chest. Probably wouldn't be comfortable, but more potent when the Big Show does it, that's all. Brent's got the Fiend up now. We'll see if he can dump him over. Or if the Fiend is going to grab onto the rope and punch him in the knee. He knows how to do it. You got to know how to reverse your own set of offense. Brent hits a snapmare now out of nowhere and kicks the Fiend right in the back. Brent maybe had enough. He looks kind of fired up now. Firing some shots. And just rough. Yeah. Brent seems frustrated. He's frustrated now. What do I got to do? What do I got to do to get the Fiend over the top rope? Where's he going with this? Oh, the old up and over. Picks him up like it's a power bomb, but just lets him keep going. Brent's struggling to get to his feet here. He must be exhausted, that little flurry of offense. The Fiend right back up.
Could very well get dumped out here.
Wow, like Brent's got the Fiend up. He's going to try and throw him over the hard way. Let's see. Fiend with enough left in the tank to get out of that position. Pounds. Oh, there it is. The Sister Abigail. The Fiend out of nowhere hits the Sister Abigail on Brent. That's going to do some damage. The Fiend still with a special move. Misses wild with a right hand. And again misses with a right. They square up, but the Fiend just throws Brent down. He's probably mad groggy after that Sister Abigail. Now he's going for the mandible claw. Brent really in a bad spot here. You got the Fiend's fingers jammed in your mouth. That's no good. Now let's see where the Fiend goes with it. He's going to drag Brent to the ropes.
Possible elimination, Corey.
Let's see if he can pull this off again. We know how good Brent is at this. Down to the apron. He's got the one rope. You got to hit his knee. Yeah, takes him a bit, but he hits the knee. Reverses the situation. This is a war, friends. This is a Royal Rumble too. One of these men needs to go over. We're not looking for a pin here, and it's like maybe these guys forgot that there's a match and are just focused on beating the hell out of each other. The Fiend Bray Wyatt going after those trapezius muscles. Oh, Brent busts the Fiend open. We saw that red flash indicating blood, but of course we can't see it. And the mask. Brent hits the knockout punch again. I feel like that's the third knockout punch that Brent's hit on the Fiend. Oh, and a massive headbutt. That's gonna bust him open even more. And a massive gut punch that takes the Fiend off his feet. Brent rocking those bowling shoes from Burlington Bowl. Because why not? Another big headbutt. Wow, we might have to set this match up proper in a non-over-the-top rope situation, because the Fiend is not going down easy this time.
Looking for the elimination.
He's got him up. We'll see. Tried this. This is, I think, the 5th or 6th time now. Brent hanging on to that bottom rope. Oh, but there he goes. Just can't hang on anymore. And there's your winner, the Fiend. That means the Fiend is going to get a Me and the Boys title shot later tonight, taking on Honky Tonk Zippe in our main event. Wow, and that's going to even up the feud between Brent and the Fiend. What a great match. We're going to have to do that again. We're going to have a rubber match. That is special. So, months and months and months ago, Brent squashes the Fiend before the fantasy booking guys even got here. Before that was even a thing. It was a crossover experiment. So way, way back. Brent squashes him. And now the Fiend comes back to have his revenge, to eliminate Brent from the Royal Rumble, and takes him out of the title picture, at least for this week. Craziness. So this match is happening because I saw something. I saw these two guys. It was probably a Rumble or an Elimination Chamber, and I saw evidence that these two men do not like each other. Danger Boy Dana Boyle versus DJ Aram, Shane McDonald. Shane McDonald, of course, with that Poison Mist. And not shy about using the Poison Mist, which is my absolute favorite. I love the Poison Mist. There's not enough Poison Mist in wrestling. People are like, oh, we want to see Daniel Bryan do good technical wrestling. And I'm like, spit green in his face. That's what I want to see. I want to see Papa Shango make the Ultimate Warrior's face melt. Like, we know it's not fighting. So I guess that's kind of the trick with wrestling. You got a lot of people who want to see that professional wrestling, or even, I guess, that amateur style wrestling. The guys like Daniel Bryan and Seth Rollins, and Seth's a good character, so I don't know. I like to see not even a balance. I want 60% story and 40% wrestling. That's what I'm in it for. I want big characters. I'm willing to suspend my disbelief for a supernatural angle, like if we're going to do The Undertaker and all of that, or The Fiend. I absolutely loved everything they did with The Fiend, except for making him lose to Goldberg and ruining the entire thing, and then firing the guy. Big head mode on for this. That's how you know it's serious. These guys hate each other. In real life, they've never met or interacted, I don't think. But here at Me and the Boys, they have reason. Oh, wow. Danger Boy with that Hangman's DDT. He's going to go for a pin early, but way too soon for that. This is Falls Count Anywhere, so anything can happen. There are no rules. And just a good old-fashioned fight. Oh, there's the mist. Shane went for the mist, but he missed the mist. Danger Boy capitalizes right away. Sees an opportunity, hits the kick to the stomach and the massive even flow DDT to almost pull out a stunner, but not quite. Too soon for Shane to go down. Shane fires Danger Boy into the corner, kicks him and knocks him down, and then jams his bum into his face, as one does. Now Danger Boy gonna fire Shane into the corner. Let's see what. I always like seeing what corner moves they have. Wow, what's all this? Oh wow! Danger Boy slides under the ropes in the corner there to deliver a drop kick. Like Sami Zayn style. Crowd loving it. Oh, there goes Shane into the steel steps. Never good for business. Dana throws Shane, but he's got... Oh, what do we got here? Oh, my God. Mark Henry, again, to interfere in the world of Danger Boy Dana Boyle. And we saw this way back in season 1. I want to say like episode 6 or 7 of season 1 of Me and the Boys Wrestling. Danger Boy was in an Extreme Rules match, and out of nowhere, there's Mark Henry. Mark Henry interferes, sticks his nose in Danger Boy's business, which set up a match either the same night or the following week. Okay, that's not going to be enough. Danger Boy. What's the connection between Shane and Mark Henry? Are those guys buddies, or? That's crazy. But yeah, so we set up the match, Danger Boy versus Mark Henry, which should have been, you know, Mark Henry I think is an 84 and Danger Boy is a level 100, so it should have been a no-brainer. But Mark Henry, after a hard-fought battle, picked up a victory over Danger Boy Dana Boyle. Shane going for a pin, but Danger Boy not ready yet. The power bar is almost even. Mark Henry coming down really threw this match back in Shane's favor. Danger Boy was well in control. Shane with that stomp on the stomach there. Oh, and a big side slam. Kind of like the Boss Man slam. It's nice to see. And Shane hits a massive spear on Danger Boy Dana Boyle. All Shane right now. Let's see if that's going to be enough.
This battle's not over yet.
Shane also with 3 finishers stored up. We'll see what that means in the comings and goings here. Nothing really at stake here, but I mean, put on a good show. You know, you're definitely going to get into the next contenders match. Could mean the difference between competing for the Me and the Boys title or the $12,000 title, kind of the mid-card title. But I mean, really, the $12,000 title is the one you want because it's worth $12,000 at least. These guys just having a war here. Both men into the red on their power bars. Danger Boy in slightly better shape. Oh, look at him. He's going crazy. He's loving it. Oh, goes to punch Shane, but Shane blocks. And hits the poison mist. And a vicious knee to the side of the head of Danger Boy Dana Boyle. But what's this? B team. Somebody from the B team is on their way to the ring. Shane's ready. Did Shane make an enemy in the B team? Is Danger Boy Dana Boyle friends with Bo Dallas from the B team? The brother of Bray Wyatt, Bo Dallas, coming down to help Danger Boy Dana Boyle for absolutely no reason. The interferences are arbitrary. They come down whenever, and it will always be somebody who's actually in the game, so we're never going to see like Brooke come down to... Custom characters won't come down, which is sad, but at the same time it gives us random hijinks like this where Bo Dallas can run down and help defend Danger Boy Dana Boyle against DJ Arm, Shane McDonald, in his Pikachu onesie-ish. Danger Boy stalking Shane on the outside with his Keith Flint haircut and Ultimate Warrior face paint in Irish colors. This is a Falls Count Anywhere match, but it seems like these men are just headed to the back, like they were done. Bo Dallas obviously knows he's bit off more than he can chew, and he wants out of here. We'll see if these guys are going to go all the way backstage. We're at the top of the ramp here. Look like Bo Dallas is going to call it a night. He's out. But the other guys didn't follow him down. Shane dropping a couple of elbows here. And he's going to go for a pin at the top of the ramp. Oh, he's going to get him. Walks him all the way back to the top of the ramp just to pin him over there. Excuse me, over there. Wow. At least the pinfall didn't happen in the ring. I mean, if you're going to set up a Falls Count Anywhere, don't have the pinfall in the ring. That's great. There we see Shane taking a victory over Danger Boy Dana Boyle here. And we'll see. I don't think we've seen the end of this feud because now we've got Mark Henry and Bo Dallas involved. And we're obviously going to have to set up that tag team match, Shane and Mark Henry, to take on Danger Boy Dana Boyle and Bo Dallas. And I think we'll do that next week. So that's something to look forward to next week. Now here, in this next one, we've got two guys who said they excelled at singles matches, so at different points along their careers here. Kennedy, I know it to be true, does better in a singles match than he does in a gimmick match like a Rumble or an Elimination Chamber. And Chris fared well. Chris won a big one. See, that's where Chris isn't that good. He's not that good. And but he did win a gigantic, I want to say it was a 5-person tables match or something like that, to earn himself a title shot at some point somewhere along the way. And yeah, so we're going to see what happens. Like I said, we're going back to basics a little bit here. We're going to see what happens in some singles matches. And yeah, that's going to go down. We still to come. We've got a backstage brawl. We've got a $12,000 title match. And of course, our main event, Honky Tonk Zippe versus The Fiend. As we roll down towards the end of Season 2 of Me and the Boys Wrestling. And there's going to be big things in the wind for Season 3. Some new characters, a few changes. We're going to have we're going to see what we can do with the technology that's been acquired. I'll say that much. I hope you're enjoying Me and the Boys Wrestling. Friends, if you are enjoying this digital wrestling adventure, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, share the videos. Tell your friends. Maybe you want a character at Me and the Boys Wrestling. I can make that happen. I will make you in the game, and we can add you to the roster. I have a roster of about 12 to 14, and I think I could handle a roster of about 30. You know, we could eliminate bringing in some of these other guys from the actual game. We can make it happen. If that's something you're interested in, you let me know, either in the comments or send me a direct message. Chances are we know each other if you're watching this. Or wow, Kennedy hits End of Days immediately. Wow. But yeah, if you want an avatar, you let me know. Kennedy, End of Days again, the Kend of Days, sorry. He's going to go for the pin again. Wow. 2 Kend of Days. And Chris is in trouble immediately in this match. Kennedy's so aggressive. A 3rd Kend of Days. Just spending that wad. All those finishers. Wow. Chris. What are you doing out there, bud? He hit you with the same move 3 times in a row. Just devastating. Kennedy with a statement win here tonight over Chris. Wow. If you're watching, Kennedy, that's a good one. Maybe you want to watch this episode with your kids. Let them know. Let them know Dad means business in the ring. Hey, kids. There it is, the Kend of Days in slow motion. Kennedy going for a pin.
Here is your winner, Mr. Kennedy.
Big statement win for Kennedy. That's going to, you know, earn him something. Like when I'm like, oh, who should be in the #1 Contenders Elimination Chamber? He's earned himself a spot, you know? And that's how we do the booking here. Show me something, and I will give you a shot at a shot. And sometimes it's a shot at a shot at a shot. But that's what we're about here. Let's keep in mind, too, that the Money in the Bank briefcase is held by Donald Trump. So we could see Donald Trump later try and cash in on Honky Tonk Zippe or The Fiend, however that match goes. Up next, we've got ourselves a backstage brawl between two guys who aren't quite finished with each other either. Because 12K Thou took care of Dr. Volcano in his first match out. And then the second time they encountered each other, Dr. Volcano got a W over 12K Thou. So this is sort of a rubber match. We'll see if we can settle this, and we're going to do it Actually, no. Let's spin it a different way. This is a backstage brawl, so let's just say these guys were jawing at each other backstage and just got into it. So this match will solve nothing, you know? Not that it's pointless. We're going to see these two men go at it. 12K Thou, excellent striker. He's got those Aleister Black moves. Strong striking and quick striking. Dr. Volcano, just a wild man. Same move set as James, so we could see the Canadian hammer. That's really the only move I know for sure that James does. I haven't been paying attention to these moves. Here we go, though. Battle backstage in the hallway. Dr. Volcano versus Rare Breed. Now this goes to a knockout, so the finishes most of the time are kind of anticlimactic. I will give you a heads up. Dr. Volcano with an attitude adjustment for Rare Breed, and he's already used all three finishers.
What are we gonna see?
Oh wow! A big knee to the head and then a lariat. Got Rare Breed down. Oh wow! Dr. Volcano just manhandling Rare Breed, but there's some life from Rare Breed. Hits a back elbow and then a black mass.
Kick to the face.
I don't know if we should continue to call it the black mass or just like a $12,000 kick to the mouth.
He's trying again.
Oh, here he goes again. Oh my God. Just stop. He's already dead. 3 black masses right in a row to Dr. Volcano. And he's got to have some cobwebs, but he's still in the fight here. Oh, wow. Clobbers Rare Breed. Knocks him into the back wall, DDTs him, and bloodies him on the hard hallway floor there. Looks like Becky Lynch getting interviewed in the distance there.
Carefully measured knee drop.
I always want to see them go down the hallway and out to the parking lot, but they never seem to make it. Dr. Volcano creeping around the back side of 12K Thou and hits him again with that knee lariat combination. And then a kick to the back. Rare Breed. Really in trouble here. His power bar is already done. Dr. Volcano still in the yellow, doing all right for himself. This has been a throttling, with the exception of the black masses all in a row. And there's another one, and he's gonna knock him out of nowhere, just like that. Dr. Volcano still had yellow on his power bar, but Rare Breed catches him with a black mass, a spinning roundhouse kick out of nowhere. Wow, that feud's going to continue for sure. Nothing solved. Rare Breed coming out on top in this exchange, showing that quick strike ability and that knockout capability. Put a beating on him, he just kicks your head right off one time. That's it. All right, friends. Up next, we are going to see two regulars from the Honest Lawyer open mic. And they're going to go head to head for some coveted stage time at the open mic. Not really, but that's what we'll say. These guys have no reason to fight. I think they got on okay. But DeBlock, after putting on a clinic in that table match, has earned himself a shot at the $12,000 title. And it just so happens that DMP is the holder, the owner of that title right now. So that's where we're at. $12,000 title match. DMP versus DeBlock. Two open mic regulars. Both very skilled in the arts that they do. DMP, a nationally renowned poet. Universally loved and enjoyed. Wow, maybe not universally. But I don't know anybody who doesn't like him. Kick-ass work. DeBlock, we got DeBlock runs all sorts of podcasts, magazines, hip-hop artist, does all sorts of stuff. Too much stuff to describe. Got that Share the Shock shirt on, www.sharetheshock.ca. And we're going to have DeBlock live on the show at some point very soon, either in a box next to me or sitting right next to me if we do that in person. So that's coming. That's coming in season 3. And that's exciting. But that's season 3. Right now, we're at season 2, episode 9, and we're about to see a $12,000 title match between DeBlock and DMP. Let's see. Each man with 3 finishers. DMP is going to start us off. Wow, DMP flying all over the ring. Hit a massive bulldog, and then a flip, a little splash thing. Yeah, big power bomb. 2 big behemoths in the ring here tonight. Oh, DMP going for some kind of a slam, but DeBlock reverses. He's going to power bomb the big man. Then he's going to go for a pin. And he's going to turn that over into the Walls of Jericho, the Boston Crab, whatever you want to call it. I don't feel like it's not a Boston Crab because of how far up on the thigh he's got him. But I don't know. Here we go. DeBlock going for an early cover, but it's way too soon. Oh. It's not too soon. DeBlock just smashes DMP. What the hell?
Well, they don't call it Extreme Rules for nothing, guys. Let's take another look.
The hell happened there? DMP was in the yellow. Okay, DeBlock. I don't even know what to say. DeBlock just makes short work of DMP. It was not DMP's day. Not DMP's day at all here tonight. He loses his title just like that. Which means we've got ourselves a brand new $12,000 champion. Just like that. New $12,000 champion, DeBlock. DeBlock the Destroyer.
I don't know who's more surprised to see the champion go down. Me or this
Yeah, that was surprising. That happened so fast. That's how fast I guess it can happen here. DMP not even getting a chance to use any of those finishing moves, and a couple of those moves DeBlock did must have been finishers, because I don't know. It must have. I was looking for the DeBlock party, aka the big ending, and I didn't see it. So, but some of that must have been a finisher. Well. Yeah, this isn't going to sit too well with DMP, I'm sure. But what I know now is that it's time for our main event, friends. We are going to see The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, take on Honky Tonk Zippe in our main event. The Fiend in 86, and Honky Tonk Zippe, of course, is going to be 100. So, we'll see what that means. Like I said earlier, though, we did see at one point Mark Henry take down Danger Boy Dana Boyle, and the numbers were roughly the same, so you never know what's going to happen. There could be a glitch. They could fight to a no finish, and that could be the end of it. Let's see. Now Zippe has 2 titles, so I got to scroll and choose the correct title, which is the Me and the Boys title. I should probably just delete that other one because that's all encompassed. But then I had some, it's called the Battle Royal title. Should it only be one in a Battle Royal? But I was really excited to unify a title just cause, you know, just cause I can. Let's unify everything so there's nothing left. But it was a decision where we'll call them unified, and the Me and the Boys title will just absorb that bit of prestige from the 8-man Battle Royal title. And maybe we'll bring it back if there's need for it. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? A specific title for an 8-person Battle Royal? Maybe it's redundant. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Yay or nay. Here we go. Honky Tonk Zippe gonna square up with the Fiend. The Fiend Bray Wyatt.
If that's their way of playing mind games. That title should give anyone the right to.
He's going to hit him with a big backbreaker right off the bat, and then a kick to the back.
You don't get to look down on everybody else. That is a sad attitude to have.
Drops the knee into the back of the Fiend.
So precise.
And the Northern Lights suplex. Zippe extra vicious wearing that Elvis suit. Honky Tonk Zippe is definitely more aggressive, feels more crisp in the ring.
He's definitely being the aggressor here. He's in non-stop
You know, once he loses that tie and settles down, gets home, puts on his Honky Tonk Zippe outfit with all the beading there and and the bedazzling.
Dangerous situation here, guys.
And let's not forget the Fiend already had a match tonight, which does not factor in at all in his power or anything. Fiend from the second rope. Wow. Just jumps Honky Tonk Zippe over his head. And again, there's a big exploder suplex. He's going to go for a pin, but the ref is horribly out of position. Zippe's going to kick out. Fiend going to work the trapezius muscles of Honky Tonk Zippe. If you look at their power bars, like I feel like it's been all Fiend, but there's Zippe well in control, power bar wise.
Right between the eyes. Just carrying the opposition here.
Fiend just carrying Zippe around. Dumps him in the corner, just smashes his face in the turnbuckle. And the Fiend's gonna send Honky Tonk Zippe for a ride. The Fiend really in control here. Oh, until I said that, of course. Honky Tonk Zippe reverses and hits a massive clothesline to take the Fiend off his feet. He's gonna stand him up here. And twist his arm around. And of course, Honky Tonk Zippe is going to take a minute to pander. Zippe panders. I like that. You got to pander to that crowd. Get the crowd on your side. He's always done that all the way along. That's great.
You can lose the match, but still keep the
Then he's going to hit a Canadian leg sweep on the Fiend after a couple of big knees downstairs. And still going after him. Big DDT.
Oh man, that hurt.
Honky Tonk Zippe is going to drag the Fiend to the middle of the ring, maybe looking for a pin here. Referee way out of position again. And the Fiend's going to kick out. That's twice we've seen this referee horribly out of position. Zippe's got him up. That's the Falcon Arrow. That could be it. Zippe hooks the leg. And that's going to do it. Of course it is. When Zippe hits that Falcon Arrow, I don't know. Not too many people get up from that. There's the Fiend with the big exploder. What a day for the Fiend. Wins himself a battle royal, a #1 contendership, gets a bit of revenge on Brent for that embarrassing loss a few months ago, and then finds himself in the main event against Honky Tonk Zippe. And although he didn't win the title, he put up a good fight. And looked pretty good in the process. But Zippe hangs on to that Me and the Boys Championship, and I have to go back and check my notes. This could be our longest reign as Me and the Boys Champion. And again, no sight of Donald Trump. Nowhere to be found. Just hanging on to that Money in the Bank. He's waiting for just the right moment.
An amazing contest comes to a close following a decisive pinfall victory.
To be fair, I don't think Zippe got out of the green in power, so why would you cash in there? You want to cash in when he's all red.
I'd like to think we just saw one of the greatest.
There we have our champion standing tall in the corner.
I hope you enjoyed it, folks.
I'll show the crowd that title belt. Okay, let me stop this. Come back to me so that I can tell you again, friends, thanks for watching this episode of Me and the Boys Wrestling. If you're enjoying the content here on the channel, please like and subscribe. Search around the channel. There's lots of stuff on the channel. I do music and poetry, and the big horror project should be out. Dr. Volcano's Cabinet of Carnage. Should have had a special match for that. That would have been cool, just to unleash it. But we did have the backstage brawl, so Dr. Volcano was on the episode. Let's talk about what's going to happen on episode 10. Bit shorter of an episode, but we are going to see... Okay, stop it! Titus the Wonder Dog, ladies and gentlemen, barking at his own farts. He's actually barking at the construction going on outside. Either way, I'm going to wrap this up so I can go deal with his ass, with him. Were the two things I was trying to say at the same time. Either way, episode 10, First Blood Tornado Tag Match between Danger Boy Dana Boyle and Bo Dallas, taking on DJ Arm, Shane McDonald, and Mark Henry. We're going to see a chamber match for the $12,000 title. DeBlock versus Rare Breed versus DMP versus Pettit versus Chris versus Coronavirus. I'm excited for that one. And we're going to have a table number 1 contenders match. And I'm not going to tell you who's in that. I'm going to keep that as a surprise. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I got for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, share the video, all the things, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.